Many companies report earnings, including Coca-Cola. I want to go over that and also recap NEO. But first up, KO. We ended the day at $77.97, down 1.34%. This is where we are. To the north side, takes us to one level of resistance and a potential take profit area at roughly 78.48. Above that, at 2 standard deviations and another level of resistance and a potential take profit area, 79.32. Above that, 79.76. And should we be so lucky as to get to 4 standard deviations, that is roughly $80.19. To the south side, takes us to -2 standard deviations and one level of support and a potential buy-in area as well as a potential stop loss area. Below that, 77.15 and 76.72. Looking left, you can see the clear area of resistance and a sell-off down to support. That's support along this line when we fall down. But on the way up, that is resistance. And then what happens? Right to the middle of the trend and then down to another level of support and then a buy-in. The RSI is turning down on the 5. Here you can see the bounce at support, sell-off at resistance. And we made a leg up here, so that's nice. Now, the 1-year price target I've already marked out is $80.75, which represents another 3.57% from where we are. And then after that, it is $88, which represents a 12.86% return. So, big picture, that's a lot, 12% gain compared to just almost 4% from where we are. Now, if I flip this over to the daily very quickly, you're going to get different buy and sell signals. It's been a long time since I've tracked this. So obviously these two gaps closed in the high $50 range. Yeah, I haven't closed that out. And that is still in play, taking us down to 55.28, but that might take a while to get there. And then this closed already at 52.85 right there, and then our climb up after hitting support on the daily. You're going to get different buy and sell signals, and that was a clear buy signal. And here's a buy signal as well. And the RSI is frothy. Watch out. There's going to be a rollover. Well, it's going to start. It already has, but even more so until it reverses. Now, the next one I want to go over is NEO. I just did this one for my gap and go trades, but I want to talk about it. Look at that. This, oops. In the big picture, I've done this. Well, I've tracked it for so long. Look at all these lines. These are lines from week to week to week. So I'm not going to bore you with that. Let's just go to the 5. Oops. And tell you what happened. So out of the gate on Monday, oops. So we were at 504, and that was one level of resistance that I marked out. Okay, and we didn't quite get there, but we started. Wait a minute, is that right? Monday, there's the Friday. Let me make sure I move this to the correct spot. All right. So we went down, bounced back up, and then we're just kind of going sideways. But I mentioned this gap down to 473, and the day's range is $4.73 for the low and $5.06 for the high. So right on cue, that gap is no longer in play. Oops. It is done. And so we have this one that will take us down to 444, but we are in an upward channel. So keep that in mind, and the RSI is turning up. This is the target here, this gap at 551. Okay, so now our target for Tuesday will be this middle of the trend line here. That is 511. And then after that, 543. To the south side, that would close this out. All right, what else do I want to look at? Maybe let's go over, well, CVS is reporting earnings, WMB, which I've done in the past, Datadog, and then FISV. But Oracle came out on top. Let's just go over Oracle. There we go. Let's do this on the fly. So resistance, 164.98, 171.07, and don't hold your breath for this, but down the road maybe, 177.35. The middle of the trend is here. Below that, 140.52, 134.58, and then down the road, 127.94. We have this gap. We have two that just opened up. Okay, that will take us to roughly 143.15. That is in the wrong color, but I'll change it later. Okay, oops, oh, it's right here, it's that one. All right, that will take us down to, if you'd like to go short, 136.50. And PEJ is at the, oh no, it went up, never mind. AJG, Arthur J. Gallagher, is at the bottom of the list. Okay, so CVS is the other one. And it's been a long time since I tracked this one. Let's just mark this out. Just for giggles. Okay, and to the north side, 79.11, 79.93, and 80.77. 74.99 and roughly 74.14. All right, that does it for me. Have a great trading day.